Indigo Forest here with Chris Lombardi,
What's up? What's up? What's up?
and we're here with the business, and we're just talking about life, talking about the local music scene. Chris is from Cleveland and Youngstown, and just wanted to kind of get to know you a little bit more, give your fans an opportunity to get to know you. So I know you've been bouncing back and forth between Cleveland and Youngstown, and just like between those two different music scenes, like what do you think is like the biggest differences or like similarities?
Um, I mean, both places is talented artists though.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the crazy thing. Like it's really talented artists in both places.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I always look at the whole thing of it as being like Northeast Ohio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I never try to like break the two,
Mm-hmm.
but like the difference from like artists out there is like just probably, of course, it'd be opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Because with that being a bigger city, you're more liable to meet somebody that can, put you in the right direction or the right studios or things of that nature. But
Right. Like you were saying, what was the place? Peabody's or what was it?
yeah, it was a couple of places back in the day, Peabody's, where like a lot of artists like came up in the Cleveland underground scene and got to where they needed to be from, performing at that legendary place for like a couple years and stuff. So
Yeah. And with bigger cities, like you said, you just have bigger economy, you have more opportunity, but you also kind of have more competition sometimes too.
Yeah.
And like, I think like the whole like Rust Belt kind of area from like here to like Michigan, like Detroit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like we have a mix of like collaboration and competitiveness. And I feel like as long as like you're with a cool group of people, like everything is cool. But like sometimes even like with rock music, like metal bands and stuff, sometimes they'd be competitive with each other too. So it just really depends. But I think the most important thing is just locking in with your community and staying in touch with people and staying in touch with your family and just like really locking in and like making it about the scene, but like making it about like the community as well. And like, but also like locking in for yourself. Like you got to take care of yourself before you take care of your community type shit too.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like a big balance. And like, I feel like in the Northeast Ohio, like we're all going through that. I feel like even like Columbus, even like some parts of PA.
I feel like a lot of people not in competition. They're more, well, they are, of course, but the main thing is like a lot of people are trying to make it happen too.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? You got guys just trying to bring up the areas and the scene and the music and, the art and different things. Like, you know what I mean? So everybody's working on trying to do something to make it better. So that's
the collaboration versus the competition. And I feel like that's where we're headed. But I feel like, in the past, like I feel like it was definitely a lot worse, but I think it's getting better.
Yeah. See, the main thing is like having those creative places and spaces, like the venues, the studios, the museums or the art place where people can, do their art or,
providing that safe space for people to be able to do those things.
Like an open mic or whether you can, video people, quarantine people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff together, like, could help stuff make it better.
Right. And that's just like the building blocks, you know what I mean? The marketing, the strategy, like it's like putting a team together eventually. And that'll help. Like you were talking about going on tours. Me and my buddies have talked about putting together tours and stuff. And it's just like, in order to execute that with efficiency, like you need like a team, like a crew of people and stuff like. And
you definitely need the crew.
Yeah.
See, booking it isn't the hard part. It's the road and the show and the people coming with you. Like, and it depends how you want to do it. Do you want to do it like a every other day tour, or do you want to do like a every other weekend tour?
Yeah,
like, that's a little easier.
I think so too.
When you're doing the day to day, you're gonna of course need a team and all that stuff. And I watched my dude book almost like a 30 city tour by himself, just on the phone.
Yeah,
and I don't think he spent no money.
Right.
And it inspired me to be like, all right, now I'm about to make some calls and put together some stuff and, do the same thing.
Yeah. We'd be amazed like what we could do with just some effort and like some, like, I wouldn't say confidence, but it's just like the ability to execute, and just pull it through. And like people, like when I went to a show when I was a little kid, I got to meet, it was this guy that's called Seether. They were over and playing in a spot in Austintown. I can't remember the spot now, but They're from South Africa, and they're like an alternative, like grunge kind of band.
Mm-hmm.
And after the show, all these people paid like VIP tickets to like meet the band.
Yeah.
But I seen the backstage area, and I was just like, dude, let me go back there. And like, so I snuck back there, and the dude was just smoking a cigarette outside. So I was underage, but I had cigarettes. So I
Mm-hmm.
went and smoked a cigarette with them. We talked,
Mm-hmm.
and they were super cool dudes. And he was just like, all right, like all my buddies, we were in a band together, like got to meet this dude
Mm-hmm.
and like got to connect with him. And sometimes like it's just about opportunity, like taking advantage of the situation. And like if you're afraid or you're scared, like it's not gonna go the way you want it to. But like if you just take a leap of faith, like
Yeah, exactly.
and
Exactly.
like
It ain't gonna get done unless you do it.
right,
You know,
yes,
so
sir.
you gotta just put it together. Just even if you gotta try it out, try to make it as the best it could be.
Mm-hmm.
And just, if you don't do it, it never get done.
Yes, sir.
So
So, what is your personal favorite thing about like Cleveland, like being out there?
I just like the city in general. Like
Yeah,
it's a vibe. Like when you just in the city, like different areas downtown, or even the rougher parts. Like it got some kind of like sentimental value to it. Like,
right.
and it got its dark side too. So
Mm-hmm.
but I like simple things like riding past my grandmother's house, or riding past my church, or like
Right.
uh, you know, you go to the beach. You can do different things. I like the food, uh, sports teams, you know,
Yeah, there's always something to do out there. Like it
and the
helps
clothes
having.
spots. You feel me? Like a couple clothes
Yep.
spots that I go to and be like, yeah, I know exactly where to go get a fit.
Mm-hmm.
So that a lot of times.
Yeah, I enjoy this city. Like I've gone out for like you said, like the beach. Like
Yeah,
my personal thing is the Asian Plaza. If you
yeah,
ever been down
yeah,
there, like
yeah,
I love going down there because they got a
yeah,
good bakery and stuff, and they
yeah.
got like some cool like herbal shops and
Yeah,
stuff.
I know
Like
exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, that's one of my favorite spots in Cleveland. Going to the beach for sure, like Edgewater kind of area. Been out there.
Yeah, there's some different stuff into like some stuff like it's this spot like a lot of Cleveland people know about the West Side Market. I don't know if you
Hmm.
ever heard of that, but it's a big market. Like it's on the West Side, and they sell fresh fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
Like it's like they damn near just picked that shit like the day before, like
Hmm.
or maybe it's perfect, like and you can go through there and get it for dirt cheap.
Right.
Like, and they hand you samples and stuff, like what I'm saying, like try this apple, try this strawberry, try this, and then people walk past and people from everywhere,
Right.
like everywhere, go to the West Side Market and go get like vegetables and fruits and stuff. I
Hmm.
don't know if it's still open now; it's been years, but that's just some Cleveland shit. Like, like
Yeah.
if you from Cleveland, you know what the West Side Market is. Like, went through there, and got some fresh fruit. They handed you grapes and cutting up cantaloupe. Try this.
Right.
So you might be with your parents and like, let me get 2 of them cantaloupes, 3 of them watermelons, and like you come
Right.
out of there with all kind of stuff, man.
For
Like,
sure.
that's some dope shit right
We
there.
do a farmers market here on Elm Street too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
on
yeah. I
Saturday
seen that.
mornings.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, it's an important thing, man. Like food is integral. Like
Yeah,
to
vegetables and fruit and stuff. Like, man, you got to be a real one to be providing that stuff. Like, and being like, yo, we got it.
right. Yeah, there's a really good nonprofit out in Cleveland. I can't remember the name. It's like Brothers Garden or something like that. But I did
I want to get into that.
I did a report on
I
them.
do want
Yeah,
to get into that, man. Growing vegetables and fruits and flowers and plants and different things.
yeah. I mean, they're in Warren. They actually have like a thing called Warren Grow that like helps people set up community gardens and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like we were talking about, we would love to see Youngstown have like more organization like that,
yeah,
and just
yeah.
like just more general support for the community.
It takes a lot. But
Yeah, we have like Cityscape and they do like the Beautify Youngstown and stuff like that. But like educational materials and educational things for that kind of stuff, like it is accessible. Like, and I could even show you the ropes, like little stuff here and there, because my auntie has a garden and they show me
yeah, I'm
along
trying
the
to.
way.
Yeah, man.
I know Sophia Bugs on the south side. She's definitely like a mentor with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like it's a bunch of gardens that have been popping up lately and within the last couple of years. Like
Yeah.
they're just trying to make the area look better.
Hmm.
That's a good thing.
For sure. I think Jubilee Gardens up here on the north side also
Mhm.
has some like volunteer kind of opportunities. I did that out of high school because I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do for real. I
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
the
man,
that's
I'm
the
just gonna go
dope.
try out some shit.
That's the
Yeah,
dope though. For real.
yeah. And it's a good time, and it's connects you to the earth again. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm into it for.
right,
Like, you know,
for sure, man.
doing anything, man, doing something good, positive, especially for the community, giving back to the earth, like you said, like
Right,
not destroying it, you making it look better. So,
100%.
for real.
So we were talking about the Earth. Now we're shooting off to outer space.
Oh
Your
yeah.
latest track
Oh
that
yeah.
just came out.
Yep.
So like, what was like the vibe like that you were trying to give with that song? What was like your message really?
Really to put it down, like, you know, I like to have a good time, of course.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
So,
man.
I like to, go out of space sometimes. And I it's kind of like a trippy love song.
Right.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a trippy love song. Like you taking her out of space, and then I'm taking her to a couple places. I said I'm gonna take her to penthouse in Dubai, soak her feet in the ocean floor and sand, and take her shopping spree in Japan. Like, you know what I mean? It's different.
For sure, man.
And I just was trying to make an R&B trippy love song. Like, that was catchy.
It's super catchy, man. Like that's what I noticed. Like one of the first few times I listened to your music is like you'll have a really good vibe. Like it's catchy.
Looking, I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Like that one song that you played at the Federal Frenzy was going crazy, man.
Which one?
I'll be on my way.
Oh yeah, that's not out yet. Yeah.
That one's not out yet. Yeah. So
no, it's cool. Like, it's cool.
I'll be on my way. I still got that shit locked in, bro.
Yeah. That song is definitely on the way.
Okay. It be on its way.
That's on my way. See, I kind of got like after I dropped the Church in the Clouds, I see my projects, I try to structure them by the genre of music.
Mm-hmm.
Church in the Clouds is a R&B gospel type,
soul,
soul kind of thing.
Yeah,
and I call it a ghetto gospel, like
in a way
because it's not like pure gospel music. It's still like being true to myself, but still a gospel sound.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I got like a rage album when I'm just talking crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then after that, I got a like kind of country rock album. That's the one with on my way back. And I got a melodic love album. I got like I got all kind of stuff going on, man. Like
that's the best way to be.
I got a pain album called Burn the Pain.
Mm-hmm.
It's just strictly about pain songs and stuff of that nature. So that's how I try to structure the albums and stuff.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. So each one has its own message.
Yeah. I like I-80, my last album I dropped like almost about 3 years ago. It's kind of like it's the vibes that I feel like I have riding from Cleveland to Youngstown.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's how I try to make it. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap in and lock it because now that I know that like your albums are structured like that, I'm definitely gonna like do a deep dive because I'm an album guy. Like
the Lamb is kind of like it's different. It's just like more different. Everything's different. Like I'm trying to on the cover I look like Moses, and I got the people behind me. It's like I'm about to go save the rap game. That's what I was going to go do. Like take them to the promised land. So
that's awesome.
I try to like do different stuff like that. Like
Yeah. Like each one has its theme, a message, a sound.
Yeah, it's trying to show. I'm also showing like versatility.
Yeah,
like because I could do anything, like rap, sing, rock. I tap into the country. I do pop songs.
Mm-hmm.
You can't put me in like one category of music that I'm gonna make. Like you know what I mean? Like I could.
That's what I'm working on. Yeah, with my album right now too. I'm trying to do a little bit of songs in every genre.
Yeah,
because I eventually want to do like video game soundtracks, like movie soundtracks. Like, and I feel like that could be profitable too.
Yeah, definitely trying to get in some movies.
Yeah, dude. I love music, bro. That's all. Like that's what I grew up on, man. Like with movie soundtracks and stuff like that. I feel like that's when I really started to lock in. I didn't even know. Even like with like Looney Tunes, bro.
Yeah.
Like just watching that shit.
It's like Star Wars and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you get that epic ass Star Wars song comes down like you're like, oh shit. Like they're about to come slice some people. Like I don't know.
Instantly, Yeah, and that's what makes music I think so powerful. So what other projects are you working on right now? So like, what's your newest one or your latest
Oh
one?
yeah, I'm about to drop Church in the Clouds, hopefully in August.
August? Okay.
Yeah, I dropped like 3 singles off of it already.
Mm-hmm.
Outer Space is one of them. I dropped Crossroads,
Mm-hmm.
and I dropped Soul Right, and those two got videos.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Right and Crossroads got videos, and uh, I'm about to do the Outer Space video.
All right.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so that's gonna be super crazy. Outer Space, the beat. See, the whole album Church in the Clouds is produced by it's a producer called Figures Made It,
Mm-hmm.
and that's my dude. He's from Georgia, I believe, and
Mm-hmm.
he deals with a lot of. He's a platinum producer, so
Nice.
he deals with a lot of those like bigger artists, like
Mm-hmm.
Future, Lil Baby, and all them cats. So he did the whole pretty much all the Church in the Clouds for me.
That's
And
exciting.
that piano and the horns and the organs is what gave me the kind of the Church in the Clouds feeling. Like, yeah, I'm gonna call this Church in the Clouds because it's
Right.
like how he structured the beats,
Mm-hmm.
So
That makes sense.
that's how if you listen to like Crossroads and Soul Right, you hear the ghetto gospel aspect of the album. It was two like real deep album songs, like you know what I mean. Like if you want to listen to the album to get like a concept of it, you kind of listen to those songs and understand it a little bit.
I definitely
Yeah.
am gonna tap in. So what shows you have coming up? I know we talked about the 15th. This isn't gonna be out in time. I wish like it was,
Yeah,
but that
yeah,
would be dope
yeah.
for promotion. Maybe I can
Uh,
snippet that part.
I got
But
2 shows that day. I got a show, the Juneteenth show. I'm supposed to do.
yeah,
This is the 3rd year. I did the first 2, so it's the third
is
one.
Nigel and Tishon on that one
Yeah,
too?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Those cats on there too.
Is it the Pittsburgh one or no?
It's in Hermitage.
Hermitage.
Yeah,
Okay, dope.
yep. It's in Pennsylvania. But that event, I like that event because it's a lot of people there. They making awareness of something that's really great.
Yeah,
something
man.
positive.
Mm-hmm.
And
Happy Juneteenth, man.
and they
Like,
bring a
let's
lot
go.
of people out.
Yeah.
So
That's exciting.
It's always good to perform in front of a lot of people for something positive.
And to be valued as an artist, like where you're cherished, like where you're valued, you know where you're not. Like sometimes, like like we were talking like different venue spaces, like creating that space for yourself.
Yeah,
because you can't always depend on somebody to have a safe space for you. But it's dope when you do lock in, and that's what we feel like.
And that would be the main thing with a lot of shows. Like, where's it at? You know what I mean?
like
where is it at? Like,
right.
When it's at a dope place, it's like people like, oh my God, it's a show at a big old park somewhere that's real nice and landscaped right and everything. And that's why I like that show. Like, it's at a big place, big park, a lot of people.
That's beautiful,
food,
man.
You got food, you got a lot of vendors and stuff like that.
Right. I hope you get some dope footage. I'm not going to be able to make it. My friends are doing the show out here, but
then I got the show that night at the downtown Cleveland.
Okay.
And that's a whole different kind of scene. You know what I mean? And that's gonna be good too.
Awesome, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Underground scene, like an underground show. This is my first time throwing an underground show.
Oh yeah, the underground show. You're actually hosting that one.
Yeah, it's like my show. Like me and my dude put it together and we just underground music fest.
That'll be exciting. Doubling up too, man.
I got people hitting me up like, yo, I'm trying to get in there. And it's like, I'm about to have to do another one, because I don't want to take away from other artists and put 1,000 artists on it. So
right, what is the location for the underground one?
It's Human Heart Studios. It's an underground concert venue, like art place for like a lot of creatives and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then you were saying they do like vendors and
they do vendors and they do they make clothes. They do everything in that building. So
yeah, that's amazing. It's important to have that kind of energy, and like I've seen it in Columbus, you've seen it in Cleveland. Like I can't wait till we have more of that type of venue space in Youngstown, and we're kind of like a part of the.
It's on the way though, so
of frequency.
It's all making this way.
It's a wave, man.
Yeah.
But so I think like my favorite thing about like all of those scenes like mixed together is just having that like organic like. It feels kind of like back in the day kind of stuff where it's like you're in like a festival or like a marketplace. There's music going on. Like you can kind of like either like I haven't even seen it in real life except in certain coastal areas.
Yeah.
You have that kind of vibe too where you're just like walking the beach and you got like bands playing. You got people eating at restaurants. You got like it's just like
that's dope.
it feels like an integrated kind of community. And going to some of those art shows, some of those galleries in the art district in Columbus,
Yeah,
it just feels like that. It feels organic and natural, like, and it's just like
it's fun.
everybody supporting each other is fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good experience. You know, you go with people, you could vibe with yourself, or it's just cool.
yeah,
It's positive, it's raw. It's not nothing, you know, crazy going on. So
right. And you see everybody like doing their thing, like everybody's winning,
yeah.
like, and it just feels like a real community.
Everybody got the spotlight on them, like when they all doing their own thing in the same building, you know. So.
That's beautiful, man. Well, it was good kicking it with you, bro.
No doubt, man. No doubt,
and where can people find you, man?
Lombardi 216 on Instagram, and Chris Lombardi on Facebook, and Chris Lombardi on everything.
On all platforms, man.
Music, yep.
Yep. And your YouTube is what has like
Chris
your
Lombardi.
music videos.
Yeah.
Check out his music videos, because music videos change the game, man.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful to just be a part of that. Yeah. And
Most
YouTube also just has YouTube and TikTok, I heard, like for royalties and stuff, like, are some of the better ones, but
yeah, we trying to get them rolling.
yeah, man. Yeah. So subscribe to his channel, subscribe to my channel, come hang out with us. This has been The Business.
Came a long way eating corned beef with JoJo's. Fast snatched him up, now he singing like he got vocals. Probably cause the witness was pointing all in them photos.